Hey guys, Gene here from the BSP Wrestling Show, here to bring you guys my WWE Smackdown Live review for May 30th, 2017. We had a pretty good episode of Smackdown Live here and some build towards Money in the Bank, which you would think would be this Sunday because this show was actually better than Raw's go-home show for Extreme Rules. That's terrible, isn't it? This show did more build to a pay-per-view that's not going to happen for a few more weeks than Raw did for a pay-per-view that's going to happen this Sunday. How terrible is that? What are we doing here with the booking of these shows? It's just like night and day. I come up here every week and I talk about how better SmackDown is than Raw.
You what?
It's like, what are they doing that is so different on Raw that they can't put out a decent enough show within 3 hours? You guys have all the time in the world and you should be able to take advantage of it. It shouldn't be, oh well, Raw is 3 hours, so they're at a disadvantage. They should be at an advantage because they have more time to do things.
Nope.
But no, they just waste their time and do stupid things, and we get the good open for the show and then a good ending to the show and maybe something in between, like what Corey Graves did with Kurt Angle. I like what they're doing there. I like the Enzo and Cass storyline because maybe Cass is about to, be the one that turns out that he attacked Enzo or something. That's fine. But then we get SmackDown and it's just a smooth show all the way throughout. So let's just get into SmackDown review. Enough talking about Raw. I'm always ranting and raving about it. So let's get into it. So we started off, they had these little 5 vignettes from all the women that would be in the Fatal 5-Way match tonight to determine the number 1 contender for Naomi's SmackDown Women's Championship. And then we kicked it off in the ring. Kevin Owens was in the ring for his highlight reel, still stealing Chris Jericho's little gimmick or whatever. He said the former host of the highlight reel invented the Money in the Bank ladder match and never won it. But in 3 weeks, he'll do what he could never do and win the match and go on to become the WWE champion and the face of the WWE. Then he invites his guest, Shinsuke Nakamura, to come out. Shinsuke does his whole entrance. Owens doesn't care if Shinsuke is a quote-unquote rock star, which he never claimed to be. I don't know why they're putting these labels on him. They're saying he's the artist known as and he's the rock star. He's never said he's any of that. Owens said he doesn't care about his dancing and all that other stupid stuff. A lot of people want to know who he is and why he's there and what his future holds. And he said the last person who walked around pretending to be a rock star was sent into an early retirement. And if Shinsuke shows up at Money in the Bank, that'll be the last time that anyone sings his theme song. Shinsuke goes to talk, and then Baron Corbin comes out and says nobody cares what he has to say. Since this is a highlight show, we should show some highlights from a real superstar. And then they show Corbin beating down Sami Zayn last week. And Owen said he's been beating up Sami Zayn for 15 years, so that's nothing to really brag about. And he's not a guest on a highlight reel, so he should get the hell out of here. And then Corbin was like, you want me to respect your authority, huh, Cartman? That's the second time in 2 weeks they've made a Cartman joke at Kevin Owens. That sounds like a Vince thing, to poke fun at the fact that Kevin Owens is kind of on the bigger side. And then Shinsuke's laughing. He tells him to stop laughing. Shinsuke said they're very forgetful. Last week, Shinsuke said he pinned Owens, and then as far as Corbin, Sami Zayn pinned him. And then they both go to double team Shinsuke because they're pissed off about what he said. And they start beating him down, and Sami Zayn comes out to even up the odds. Zayn said he and Corbin still have unfinished business, and him and Kevin Owens will never stop fighting. And then he lays out a challenge for a tag team match for right now. They come back from commercial, and the tag team match is set up. Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin. Tempers flaring all over this match. Zayn on his A game, but really didn't matter. He was trying to get revenge for what Baron Corbin did last week when he kicked his ass in the crowd and stuff. But Corbin tried to avoid him for a better part of the match, but they finally did collide in the ring. And they pretty much had the rest of the match to themselves. Corbin, of course, was dominant, but Sami was his usual relentless self. He's like a freaking cockroach. He never goes away. He won't stay down, no matter what you do to him. We all know this. Sami's a fighter. He started losing his temper at first, and then he outsmarted Corbin and Owens, and he threw Kevin Owens into Corbin, who was like looking towards the crowd, but he was in the corner. So Kevin Owens ran into him. Corbin turned around like, what the hell are you doing? and then he pushed Owens. Owens pushed him back. Corbin knocked him down. Sami went and clotheslined Corbin out the ring. Shinsuke hit Kinshasa, and they picked up the win and win the tag team match, which was a good way to kick off SmackDown. The promo didn't last too long, and then we got a pretty good match. So that was a good way to kick off SmackDown. The Usos come out. They have a message for the tag team division, and we all knew what was coming. They started talking about how the fans in Breezango are salty because they're still champions. And then, SmackDown Live! Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world famous 2-time champs and feel the power! We get the New Day. The New Day finally debut on SmackDown Live. Incredible pop, by the way. They come out, do their whole little shtick. The Usos tell them to hold up. They must have gotten lost by skipping down the yellow brick road or something, but they got the tag team division on lock, and they welcome them to the Uso Penitentiary. And then the New Day make this reference that I don't think a lot of people got. They were like, we know what goes on side to side of a penitentiary, and in terms of those tag team championships, we likes them and we wants them. And the answer better be yes. Oh my god. If you guys remember the Booty Hunter, oh my god. The guy who was inside of jail for life and just goes around raping people. I swear that was the reference that they made. They're just constantly pushing that boundary. The Usos say that they run the show, so they better start stepping, or they gonna take them back. They gonna take them out back old Yeller style. New Day was like, whoa, chill, calm down with all of that. Actually, Shane McMahon runs the show, and he told them that the Usos have special opponents at Money in the Bank, and they're trying to figure out who that could have possibly be. And it turns out it's the New Day. And they say they're going to become the new SmackDown Live WWE World Tag Team Champions. And freaking Xavier Woods, who was in his hometown of Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, he freaking had an in-ring orgasm. He took it way, way beyond where it needed to go. He was just like, champion! Like, he just did too much. I don't know. His mom was sitting ringside. He was just outrageous. I don't know what was up with him, but I am glad the New Day are back to help out this tag team division. They're still, legitimate tag teams. They're building up people and stuff, making people more legitimate. And I swear they're like the shining light of this whole PG era. They just, like I said, they push those boundaries and they just go over the limit. They tamper with that fourth wall every time, and I freaking love it. They're just the shining spot of this stupid PG crap. They replay Jinder Mahal's championship celebration, show the reaction that he's gotten over in India and how proud they are to have him as champion. He made news all over the freaking country and everything, and he's going to make them a lot of money. That's really probably why they put the title on him, other than they're probably going to give him an actual shot. I think he's going to hold the title for a little bit, maybe to SummerSlam, I don't know. Who knows what they're going to do there, but he's going to make them a lot of money because that India audience, they're definitely invested with Jinder being champion. And it's kind of like, a lot of people have made reference, it's kind of like the Bret Hart thing, where Bret Hart was a heel in America, that anti-American character, and then he goes to Canada, and then he was loved. So that's kind of how it's going to be with Jinder. He's going to be hated in America, but when he goes over to his home country of India, then he's going to be completely baby face over there, heel in America. I like that. That's pretty cool. It reminds me, like I said, of Bret Hart. We get another Fashion Files episode. Pretty much, they're just trying to find themselves after losing to the Usos, who they call the Uggos. They find that their office is trashed. Tyler Breeze is in a dress and whatever, and they pretty much pinpoint that it was the Colognes who did it. But I like that they still got a little story going on. They're still keeping them relevant, even though they're not going after the tag team championships now. They got to build themselves back up to become contenders once again. So for now, they're going to have little side storylines, and the whole Fashion Police thing is good and everything, so I'm fine with that. We were supposed to get the Fatal 5-Way Women's #1 Contenders Elimination Match. Man, say that 10 times fast. for Naomi's SmackDown Women's Championship between Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, and Natalya. But instead, before the match starts, we get this 2-on-3 handicap because Natty, Tamina, and Carmella teamed up on Becky and Charlotte. The match hadn't started yet. The fight spilled to the outside over barricades and everything. The ref couldn't get any type of control on these women. Tamina ripped apart the announce table, and you already knew it was going to get broken. Charlotte got picked up by Tamina. Tamina was trying to throw her through the table. Charlotte rammed her into the ring apron instead, and then into the ring post. Carmella was over there in the timekeeper's area because Becky threw her over there. It was just chaos, man. Charlotte hit Natalya with an exploder, then goes to the top rope and hits a moonsault onto both Natalya and Tamina. Carmella finally gets up and hits a crossbody from over the barricade where the timekeeper's area is. Becky hits an exploder on Carmella. Tamina gets up, super kicks Becky. Charlotte boots Tamina. Natty hits her with a discus clothesline. I'm just like, what the hell is going on here? Just the crowd was freaking going nuts. This was freaking amazing. Again, the match hadn't started. Then Charlotte picks up, Natty picks up Charlotte for a powerbomb. Charlotte tosses her into the steel steps. And then she picks Natalya back up, and then that's who goes through the table. Natalya gets powerbombed. Absolute chaos ensued, and they were just all just like exhausted and just tired and broken and beaten up. And then Shane McMahon comes to the ring, finally telling them to calm down. It's all right. This is good. He says, it's amazing, and the SmackDown Women's Division is on fire. And they were so focused on being number one contender that the match didn't start. So, because the competition is so crazy, he wants to do something big, crazy, and historic. On June 18th at Money in the Bank, all 5 of these women will compete.
Yes!
In the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yes!
Holy crap.
Yes!
Not only was this brawl great, but the freaking match announcement is absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to see that. I don't think we ever seen a women's ladder match? I don't know. I don't know if we've ever seen that before. And the fact we've never seen a women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So this is absolutely crazy. If we're going to get a taste of, if this was a taste of what we're going to get in Money in the Bank with this brawl, I'm all in. I want to see it. All 5 of these women impressed me tonight in this brawl. It just was craziness. The crowd was chanting yes. Every woman had a smirk on her face after Shane announced it. And they have an incredible opportunity. This is so crazy. Now there's the opportunity for one of these women to get a briefcase and to cash in anytime, anywhere, in any place. And the men have been doing it for years. So the opportunity for the women to do it now just adds to the women's division, adds to this whole women's thing that they're doing. And I think it's an incredible opportunity. SmackDown is the land of opportunity. So I expect nothing but great things to come from this. So that's just an incredible announcement from Shane to get us hyped up. Like I said, they're building for Money in the Bank better than Raw is building for Extreme Rules, which is this Sunday. I swear. We get Breezango versus the Colognes. Breezango's still doing their whole, fashion police thing. The, what is it? The little master disguise thing. Breeze was undercover, still in that dress and had a wig on. Primo ripped the dress and the wig off immediately. Wasn't having none of that. When Fandango got in, he wrestled in a trench coat for a minute. Then both him and Breeze pulled out water guns and tossed the Colognes to the outside. Colognes finally took over and worked over Fandango for majority of the match. He fought back, but tried to get the hot tag into Breeze, but Breeze wasn't on the apron because the Colognes took him off, so he couldn't get the tag. Breeze finally came into the match, and he had on his janitor outfit with the mop that's over is Mitch the Plant and the List of Jericho. Primo tried grabbing the mop, but Fandango fought him for it. And they had a little tug of war, but Fandango let it go. Primo stumbled and fell victim to the Unprettier, which the name goes with the gimmick. The name of that finisher goes with the gimmick. It's what Christian used to use. And Breezango picks up the win. So good win for them. Still building them up a little bit more, giving them some wins under their belt. Still going with their same gimmick as before. The crowd loves them. It's working, so don't do anything differently. Why not? If it's working, it's working. I mean, hey, it's something different. We love different, so there it is. AJ Styles has an interview about his match with Ziggler. He said just like the tag team match earlier when Shinsuke and Zayn won, he's building up momentum as well. Going into the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and the ladder match, he's going to climb the ladder, grab the briefcase, cash it in, and become a 2-time WWE champion. Ziggler interrupts him and says he's the only one who's been in this match and won it and cashed in successfully to become world champion. As for tonight, they can go right now in the backstage area. And AJ was like, hey, that's how we do it in Atlanta. Took his shirt off. He was ready to throw them hands. And Dolph looked at him, smiled, and was like, see you out there, kid. And walked away. He got AJ all fired up, which I'm sure was his plan to begin with. And, built him up for no reason. Randy Orton comes out, has some comments about his loss at Backlash to Jinder Mahal. He said, in case anybody has been living under a rock for 17 years, his name is Randy Orton, and he's beating the best that there is. Foley, Rock, Taker, Triple H, names like that. His father was in the main event of the first WrestleMania, and his grandfather was in the business as well, so he was born for this. If his grandfather was still alive, he'd probably smack him for losing to a guy like Jinder Mahal and losing his title, but his grandfather didn't talk about, what he was going to do. He was more about that action, so he doesn't have to say how he's going to get his title back. He says Jinder hasn't earned the right to brag and about respect and brag about how good he is. Money in the Bank is in his hometown of St. Louis, and he can't show his face there if he doesn't get his title back. Just like the legends before him, winning is the only option, so he's going to give Jinder a good old-fashioned Orton family American ass whooping and become a world champion for the 14th time. Jinder Mahal's music hits, but he doesn't come out. He pops up on the screen. He said Randy is just like every other ignorant American, telling stories about a bygone era, telling stories about his father and grandfather while his era decays. Behold the present and the future and the new WWE champion, Jinder Mahal. Behold the modern day Maharaja. And Orton just looked like, you know what, whatever, who cares? And then, goes to the top rope and taunts. Didn't say anything else after that. I love what Randy did here. I'm going to give him props for this. This was entertaining. I like this Randy Orton, a fired up Orton, not to just, I'm Randy Orton. I don't like that. He came out, was just fired up on the mic, said what he had to say, kept it short, sweet, to the point, and it was meaningful. Though I don't think he's going to get his title back, but nonetheless, this was a good promo, and I will give him props for that. Orton can be entertaining. He just chooses not to be at certain times. But this was definitely entertaining. This definitely kept my attention, and it didn't bore me to death. So props to Randy Orton for that. Now we get the main event. AJ Styles versus Dolph Ziggler. The hometown boy AJ Styles going toe-to-toe with the show-off Dolph Ziggler. Both of these guys are good workers. They put it on the line every time they go out there. I don't got to tell you about Dolph Ziggler and AJ Styles. And this match was no exception. These guys are freaking crazy. AJ tried to hit a damn Styles clash from the top rope, which he's going to hit one day on somebody who's crazy enough to take the damn move. Dolph responded with a freaking DDT while AJ was still sitting on the turnbuckle and planted him into the mat. They went back and forth. Knee strikes, kicks to the head, neck breakers, all of the good stuff. Pure wrestling match for the most part. They collided with a double headbutt as well, which looked like it fucking hurt. After a few counters, AJ locked Dolph into the calf crusher, but Dolph raked his eyes to get out of it. Didn't tap out. Dolph pulled off a zigzag. Wasn't successful with that move. Dolph started to favor his knee a little bit, and AJ tried to attack it. Went for the phenomenal forearm after Ziggler couldn't pull off the super kick. Ziggler knocked him off the ropes, hit him with the super kick, finally landed it, and pinned AJ Styles. I'm like, whoa, that's huge. And another thing, does nobody win in their hometown? Either, if they do, it's very, very rare. I think Bayley did it to win the Raw Women's Championship, but then I think she wound up losing it as well. Naomi won at WrestleMania too, but other than that, you rarely see anybody win in their hometown. So I don't know what's up with that. I guess it's just a good way to get heat on the heel if the heel is not in their hometown or something like that. Or if they finally want that feel good moment, that incredible reaction, that's when they'll do it. I think Sasha lost her title in her hometown. A lot of people lose their titles or lose matches in their hometown. It happens a lot. But very good main event, very entertaining, good momentum for Dolph heading into Money in the Bank. Even though it didn't go that long, the main event wasn't that long, but it was fine. It was a good, fun match for the time that they got. Worked a pretty fast paced as well. Yeah, they worked pretty fast glue. All right, a pretty fast pace is what I tried to say, but failed epically. But yeah, that's how SmackDown Live ended. If you guys enjoyed the review, let me know down in the comment section down below. Slap a like on the video. If you guys are new, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button for more videos coming this week and in the future. Let me know what your favorite part of SmackDown was down in the comment section down below. Do you guys feel like Money in the Bank is this Sunday other than Extreme Rules? I know SmackDown was better than Raw, but if anybody thinks Raw was better than SmackDown, please let me know, because I want to know why you think that. But yeah, definitely go down in the comment section and check out some of my other videos on my channel. I pretty much post like a random video in my description every time I post a video, so go ahead and check whatever I put down there out. Probably be that Jinder Mahal video I'll put up, because that was a pretty good video in my opinion. So definitely check that out. Want to thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys later, because I got to do predictions for Extreme Rules. And maybe I'll probably make another video about the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, because that's huge, man. That announcement, we've heard rumors about it, but the fact that they're actually doing it now is very, very huge, and is going to be very vital in the building of the women's division. So with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'll talk to you guys later on. Peace.